It's the Neutralzone Talk Show with your host, James SWINSON. And oh yeah, he's also known as DJ Swin. So let's get this show started.
Hey, what's up, everyone, and welcome to the Neutralzone Talk Show. I am your host, James SWINSON, aka DJ Swin, aka James Jr. And tonight, we have an awesome show in store for you. If you have not seen the show on Stars, BMF, then you're missing some real fire. I mean, this is the show. If you don't want to miss this show, y'all. All right? You're missing some real fire. If you have not seen BMF, that show is fire. Well, tonight, we have one of the characters of BMF on the show tonight. He goes by the name of Mr. Ticarus Bunch. Y'all show him some love. What's going on? What's going on, my brother?
How you doing?
I'm good, man. And first of all, let me thank you for being on the show with us this evening.
For sure.
And listen, man, first things first, bro. You know, what got you interested in acting?
I'm a fan of you of the Dukes of Hazzard, man. And, and my nickname actually is Boss Hog. So back in the day when I was a kid, man, I fell in love with Dukes of Hazzard, and I used to sit in front of the television, you know, to be quiet. How your mama put you in front of the TV and say, "Look here, be quiet."
Yeah, oh yeah.
And that's where it started for me, man.
Okay, Boss Hog. I hear you. Hey, yo, man, but listen, now tell my viewers a little bit more, first of all, about Ticarus Bunch.
Well, I'm born and raised in Goldsboro, North End, you know what I'm saying? Goldsboro High School, graduate class of 97, the best class that ever came out of Goldsboro High School.
I hear you. Big ups to North End. Big ups to North End, by the way.
Yeah, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? Man, I just a normal kid, man. I grew up playing football with my partners and my cousin, Montreal Coley, Donnie Chapman, David Thornton, Rashawn Woodard, the whole list of us, man. All of us, you know, we played ball together, and got to my senior year, man, and it was either play football or be in the school play, and I made a tough decision that I felt like I wanted to be in the school play because I had been in a play previously, the year before that, and I kind of like the feedback that the crowd gives you with theater. So I chose that route, man. I didn't look back, and it wasn't a popular choice, but needless to say, you know, it was in God's hands, and that's what I chose to do, and I'm happy I did it, you know, in the long run.
Hey, yo, man, listen, us, you know, me, I'm from Goldsboro too, as you know. Yeah, that's right. But as a personal alumni of Goldsboro, let's just put it that way. We're very proud of you, man. Very happy what you're doing. As a matter of fact, for those of you who have not seen BMF, I got a little clip here for you. As a matter of fact, this is Ticarus's. This is actually him trying out for the role before he got the role and everything. And then you're going to see the actual scene. It's on his page, y'all. Just check him out on Facebook. But with that being said, y'all check this out.
Yo, I know that ain't my nigga.
Rolly Roll, what up, though?
Ain't shit. Yo, how long it's been? Like 2-3 years?
Feels good to be home, man. Shit, the hole still looks like the hole. I ain't expect all the pageantry.
Ain't nobody gonna ever top the shit you and T did. Especially not no black niggas from Southwest Detroit. Y'all niggas like kings and rock stars roll up in one.
Hell, I know that ain't my nigga.
Hey, let's crack it, roll it, roll. What up, though?
Ain't shit. Get your motherfucking meat. Shit, nigga, how long it's been? Like 2-3 years?
Shit, at least. Feel good to be home.
Yeah.
See the hole still look like a hole. Y'all weren't expecting all this.
Shit, nigga, ain't nobody ever gonna top the shit you and T did. Especially not no black niggas from Southwest Detroit. Stop. Y'all niggas like kings and rock stars.
Stars all rolling through what, baby?
Yo, man. Listen, man, you did an awesome job. Yo, you killed that, bro. You killed that.
Man. It's crazy. When I received the audition, right? The casting director that does it, like, he's real tough. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to George Pierre. He's real tough, man. And I've been auditioning for this dude for like 4 or 5 years. So I knew that the show was coming because 50 Cent was putting stuff out on his social media. So when I got the audition, I was like, oh yeah. I was like, and I looked down, I scrolled down, I seen the casting director, and I was like, oh man, like this dude, oh God. So I was like, I tell you what. At the time I was living in North Carolina, so I drove down to Atlanta to the studio, Dwayne Boyd studio, and I did the audition with Mr. Mac Wells. Shout out to Mac Wells, man, from Detroit. And I went in there, did the audition, didn't know Mac was from Detroit at all. And he was like, yo, man, you had that Detroit flair. He was like, this is a good audition. I was like, oh, all right, cool. But I've done a lot of great auditions for a lot of stuff that I never heard nothing back from, man. And this was around Christmas time. So, man, Christmas rolled around. I'm at the house with the family, man, and like a few days before Christmas, and I got the email, from my agent about the availability, and I was like, what? I was like, yeah, I'm available. Don't ask me, just tell them. You know what I'm saying?
I know that's right.
And I got to Detroit, man, and it was lovely, man. Actually, man, what was so cool is, like, even before I got to Detroit, man, like, my first experience with Black Mafia family was I flew private from Atlanta to Detroit with the cast. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
50 Cent in the cast, man, with some of the cast anyway. And the first person I met was who y'all call Lamar. Yeah, that was the first brother I met, man.
That was my next question too, man. I was going to ask you, what was it like on the set of BMF?
Fun, brother. Like, Tasha Smith is everything, man. Like, she gives you a great energy, even though, y'all have seen that I've done a lot of different things. Black Mafia family is kind of like I would like to call it like my come out party. Even though, I've done a lot of other things, man, this one was different because for them to have this show, and for this show to be as huge as it is, and then for my character to be the second face that you see and the first speaking character in the series, it was huge for me because I just wanted to be a service to the show, and the character that I'm playing is Roland West, who I've become real good friends with. He's an associate producer of the show, and he's a real character. He's a real guy. You know what I'm saying? And to get to know Roland, and that's his actual porch that I'm on.
Wow.
When you watch the show, if you go back and you look at the clothing that I got on, and me and Roland didn't plan this, but if you look at the clothing I got on, you'll see a brother in the party scene that's on the steps of their house, and he got a white t-shirt on with a similar shirt that I had on, and that's actually Roland in the back of the scene right there.
Wow.
So it's just miraculous, man. I'm gonna tell you how God worked too, right? So like I told you, my nickname Boss Hog, and I love the Deuce of Hazzard, right? So I found out that night after shooting the scene that the name of they like every film they have what you call storyboards. So the name of my scene was called the Dukes of Hazzard scene. can't make this up, brother.
Come on, man. Come on, man. The Dukes of Hazzard scene. Boss Hall.
It's kind of like I was supposed to be there, you know, and that's how this whole journey has been for me since day one of starting. You know, when I did Empire, I didn't supposed to be at work one day. I showed up at work. My uniform was the only uniform hanging up. They called down and was like, "Wait a minute, I don't think you're working today." And I said, "You sure?" And she said, "Wait a minute, let me call downstairs and see what Lee Daniels, the creator and director of the show, what he got to say." He said, "No, tell him to dress and come on downstairs." And and that's how I ended up being in a lot of the shots that y'all saw in Empire. It's just like divine energy just pushing me and pulling me in the directions that I'm supposed to be. You know, I guess because I'm doing right.
and you know what, man? Let me just also add that, we all praying for you. Definitely, I'm definitely praying for you personally myself, because I'm so proud to see you doing what you're doing, and you're doing it so well. And let me ask you this: do you have any other things coming up in the future that for us to be looking for?
Yeah, I have it's a television show coming out. That's it's Issa Rae television show. The name of it is called Rap Shit. I think it's gonna be coming on HBO. I have a very, very, very small role in that, but it was cool. You know, they flew me down there and they treated me well. More larger than that, I have a film that I'm in coming out called On the Come Up. That's starring Sanaa Lathan, Method Man, a young queen. So I do got some things coming out. A television show that's produced by Issa Rae. That's titled Rap Shit. Which is it's a real small role. But in this business, there's no role that's small role.
That's right. I know that's right.
Be faithful over few, he'll make you rule over many. So I'm in that. Larger than that, I'm in a movie called On the Come Up. That'll be coming out, I think, sometime later, 2022. Starring in that is Sanaa Lathan, Method Man. A young sister by the name of Jamila Gray. She's awesome. She's playing Bree. And Green County's own Rhapsody. She's in it as well. So it's a dope movie, man. It's based off of a book by Angie Thomas, and it's gonna be one that you definitely want to see.
You have definitely been. I mean, you've been busy, man. You've been busy, and it sounds like you're staying busy. That's the most important thing. You staying.
Brother, I got work to do right now.
Yo, I know that's right. I know that's right, man. And
on top of that, I'm a writer. I'm a writer myself, so I'm creating my own content too. So that I can't speak much about right now, but something major.
Okay. Man, that's what I'm talking about, bro. And that's, we need more people like you, definitely from our community, to get on that path, to get on that track that you're on. And a lot of them, that path that you're on, don't know how to do it, don't have an idea. But too many of us look in the wrong direction. Would you agree?
Yeah, 100%. And I say this all the time, man. You would think I spoke to some kids at Goldsboro High School last year, and you would think that your dreams and I don't care if it's acting or music or what, you would think that it's like so far away, and you don't realize that it's like right there, it's right in front of you, it's right in front of your eyes. For me, man, like all my stuff started with a prayer, like. I'm not even a real hardcore religious dude, you know what I'm saying? But I believe in God. I know who my savior is. I ain't no dummy.
And brother, prayer works. Prayer definitely works, man.
Brother, prayer works. Mine started out with one prayer. I asked God, show me my purpose, man. And a month later, I was on the set of That Hasn't Happened. I was working with Tyler Perry.
Wow, that's big.
month later. You know what
That's
I'm saying?
big. That's
You know what
big.
I'm saying? I mean, it's amazing. You know what I'm saying? And the main thing about it is each one teach one, and iron sharpens iron. You know what I'm saying? So you know, me, I got a good supporting group. My brother Stanley Archery. You know, my boy Yusef Thomas. Like I got a good cast of people around me. Tiffany Burgess and we all, like, you know, we collab, we talk, we teach each other. You know, we learn from each other, and we trying to make this thing happen.
And you know, let me just also say too, man. I can really appreciate a brother as humble as you are, because you come across, you're so humble when you speak with no convictions, you know. And again, man, I mean, you know, truly, and that hits me here. Just talking to someone who's humble enough to come out and let other people know that if you have a dream, follow it. You know. Yeah. Pray about it. Pray for it. Let me ask you another question, man, because, you know, being from the borough, you know, because a lot of people don't recognize being from the borough. Whew, yo, that's little Iraq for real, you know. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, I deal with people on a daily basis, whereas these people that I deal with, man, let me tell you something. You know, they would never know the background, never suspect that I came from the type of background that I came from. Because being a young man in Goldsboro, you got to be you got to be made of a certain skin, in a sense, to come from Goldsboro. So tell me a little bit about what makes you you.
I don't like. I'm gonna speak to you so you understand where I'm coming from. Do you remember Ticarus from Goldsboro?
Come on, bro. Do I?
Okay. All right.
Do I?
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
You got your Ticarus, you got your Ray Rowe.
Yeah.
You got your I can't think of the gentleman name. He this particular gentleman, he used to sleep up under the bridge on North End. I can't think of his name. He's an older guy.
I think I know you're talking about.
Well, as far as take Ray Rowe out of it, Ray Rowe was like, he was the funny guy. Like Ray Rowe was the cousin that wasn't my cousin, that was full of life and energy when he come around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I learned from Ray Rowe that you can have fun out here. You know what I'm saying? And be yourself and love God, but be yourself. I learned from Ticarus, you can be great if you don't let nothing hinder you. Like with him, like I used to hear stories like, yo, man, he could have been the greatest basketball player of all time, you know what I'm saying, had he not did this or had this not happened in his life, you know. And then the guy that was sleeping under the bridge, like I heard, like, you know, stories of him, like, you know, like, hey man, like this guy was smart and he was this or this. Well, everybody got a story, right? So for me, like I pull from different things that, you know, within my childhood, and I could say, man, I want to be like Ray Rowe. He funny as I don't know what, but he don't realize it, but he inspired me. I don't want to be like this brother, but however, I heard that he was like close to making it. This brother here, I never want to sleep on no bridge. So therefore I cannot be this brother here. However, these people he got a story to tell. Like it was a point in his life. You could have went to him when he was 17, 18, 19 years old, and he would have told him, look, man, you're gonna be sleeping on the bridge when you turn 45, 50, or however old he was. And he would have told you, hell no, I'm not gonna be sleeping under no bridge. So those type things inspire me to tell myself, like, even when I was a kid and growing up, like, yo, man, there's certain things that I could do to be great, you know. And then I had friends, you know, when I was younger, who was doing things already in Goldsboro in the limelight, going on stages, lighting up stages, that was already ahead of me as far as mentally. So once I understood, like, okay, I gotta bridge this gap, I gotta get there somehow or another. And I started to chase my dream and understand, like, you know, with the direction of Mr. Daniel Rollins at Goldsboro High School, once I learned from him, like, look, you're actually pretty good at this stuff. Then I was like, you know what? And I already know that's what I wanted to do. It was like, man, I gotta find a way to do it. So for years, I didn't know I was gonna actually pursue it full time. But then once I got my toe in the door, I ran wide open. You know what I'm saying? And there's no stopping.
Yo, I can definitely see you doing big things, man. Big things coming your way because you are very good at your craft. We've all seen it. For those of us that has, seen it, we've seen it, and you're very good at what you do, bro. Hey, that's just the beginning, right?
This was Goldsboro High School.
Yeah.
And I keep this. I'm in my office in my home. I keep this on my desk, like when I'm writing. So when I'm like going through it or whatever, I can just, I can remember way back when, like, okay, stay on that path. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
That's the reason why on all my posts, when I'm like posting something inspirational, I always hashtag just a kid from Goldsboro, who I coined that basically. I kind of stole it from Jimmy Graham, who played in the NFL. And I was like, yeah, let me hashtag that just so people, like, because growing up, you got your people who made it out of Goldsboro, and then you don't know if they from Goldsboro or not, because a lot of people don't really claim home like I claim home. You know what I'm saying? Or some people, you just don't know. You didn't know Andy Griffin taught school at Goldsboro High School until somebody said, "Oh, Andy Griffin taught English shit."
Yep, yeah. And it's crazy. A lot of people don't know that he actually did speak at Goldsboro High School. That is crazy, and you never know, man. I mean, but I could see you doing so many things in the future, brother. For those of you who have not seen BMF.
I don't know what rock they living up on.
I'm trying to tell you. And listen, this is another one of 50 Cent pieces. All right. We got to go back to that too. But this is another one of 50 Cent's pieces. And everything that 50 Cent does so far has been fire. Straight fire. And y'all, you definitely got to check this show out. And if you haven't checked it out, the crazy thing is the first character who has the first line that you're going to see is my man Ticarus here. You know what I mean? So you definitely want to check out BMF. And again, like he just said, he's on other shows. He's been on Empire. He's got a few other projects that are coming out. And just look forward. Y'all keep this brother in your prayers. But let me ask you something before we go, man. All right? Because I know you said, you spoke with 50. He hit you, he IG'd you, all that stuff, right? Tell me a little about that relationship with you actually getting to know, meeting this giant in fame. What kind of person was he, man?
Man, 50 is down to earth and mad cool. When I first met him, like, I wanted to. I have a huge personality too, so when I first met him, I wanted to be kind of like, okay, let me feel him out before I really start bumping my gums. You know what I'm saying? And then, like, immediately, like, he's just a funny dude. Like, he when I say funny, I mean, like, he keep you laughing. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
I'm like, wait a minute, like, you think, he put out a persona like, he's a tough guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, he from Goldsboro or something. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, nah,
I love
this
it.
is a nice guy. I'm like, this is a nice dude. So, private with him from Atlanta to Detroit, man, and once we got in Detroit and all that, and like when I was around and I was talking to him, and I told him, I said, listen, man, I could feel the energy around Black Mafia family all day, like the cast, the crew, like Lil Meech doing his thing and all that. And I was like, listen, man, I was like, you got something special here, brother. I said, keep your foot on their neck. He just laughed, you know what I'm saying? He was like, yeah, he was like, I feel it too. Like, and we just had, small talk for the next for that day. And I want to say I saw him like another time, and that's pretty much it, man. Right now, everybody and their mama, we just ready to get back to work on season 2.
So it's season? When do you guys go back in? When is season 2 coming back out? Do you know or?
Yeah, well, we start production on season 2 in February.
Oh wow, man! I can't wait. I can't wait. Big fan.
So here's the thing. So I want to make sure everybody knows. So my character is Roland West. I play the older version of Roland West, right? Now, thus far that you all have seen, the only characters that have an older version of themselves and a younger version of themselves is Roland West, which is myself, and Meech, which is, the star himself. So once these kids grow up, we don't know. The way the show is going, you would think that you would see the older Roland and the older Meech, but y'all got to stay tuned for all that. But it's a blessing to play Roland, to get to know the real Roland, and also the younger Roland, which is played by Yusef Thomas, who y'all going to see a lot in season 2. I presume. I ain't gonna give y'all nothing. I ain't gonna tell y'all nothing. But it's just a cool situation, man. It's a dope show. Like I said, we production started February for season 2, and y'all just keep watching because we think season 1 was good.
I got another question. One more, another one, because to my understanding, also, that's Big Meech's actual son playing his role, because he looked just like him, the real Big Meech. He looked just like him. And wow, that's crazy. And for those people who don't know Big Meech, you've never seen Big Meech. You see his son, I'm telling you, it's a spitting image.
And the role wasn't given to him. 50 Cent, put him through school. He ended up moving. He ended up moving out to LA and went to school, man. Went to acting school. I want to say Tasha Smith's school or something like that. And they put him through the fire. He had to learn this craft. And he took it seriously. Like if you watch the show and you watch episode 1. And then by the time you got to episode 8, you can see the growth. You can see you can see him starting to become a thespian right before your eyes. You know what I'm saying? And right now, like he just did Euphoria. If y'all haven't seen Euphoria yet, he did an episode of that. So, I'm happy. I'm happy for the kid, man, because it wasn't given to him because he's Meech's son. You know what I'm saying? And This kid he's cool, you know what I'm saying? He's a young cat, and he's gonna be around for a long time.
Yeah, I can see that happening. You're gonna be around for a long time too, bro. For a long time.
Hey, listen, when Al Pacino did Scarface, he was 43 years old. So I'm 42, so I'm due for my Scarface.
Hey, yo, you go ahead and get that Scarface, brother. Look, we behind you 100%. Like I said, man, I'm definitely praying for you. And again, look, Ticarus, man, don't let this be the last time you're in the neutral zone. Thank you for being in the neutral zone. You came to the neutral zone. You chilled out with with your brother for a minute. So, hey, man.
I got a question for you.
Whatever. Ask away, bro.
Are you some kid of Jimmy Swenson?
Man, I am not. Okay. Jimmy Swenson, we're not. Believe it or not, though. Okay, so when the radio station closed, Jimmy had a TV show on Parker Advertisement, Channel 10, and, I won't too far behind him because I had a show on Parker Advertisement as well on channel. It was a show called Off the Record. Me and another gentleman who played that show, and I think. Huh? No, man. They're no more. He sold the business, and I forgot who Bobby sold it to, because he's a good friend of mine as well. And I think like my biggest highlight doing it myself, man, was watching. Interviewing MC Light. That was my biggest highlight, because. That's something I'll never forget, you know what I mean? Because she was so cool, so down to earth and everything. But No, man. Most of my family is like Jomo Jones, AJ Jones, Angel Jones. You know, that's how we connected. Really, you know.
Shout out to Jomo.
Yeah, and who's doing big things, man. He's doing big things now, man. You know what I mean? I'm proud of my nephew, man. That's my nephew, you know. So, you know, and ain't tooting my own horns or nothing, but that, I got Jomo when Jomo first wanted to go into business. I was already in business, and he was telling me all this stuff he wanted to get to start his business, and I kind of coaching him and to let him know that, yo, bro, it's not about you need this and that. You need what it takes so that business can make that business money.
Yeah.
And that's what he did, and he grew. And I mean, just, I'm like I said, I'm not patting myself on the back, but I know what I did, and I know what kind of fire I lit when he got out there and did what he did, and is doing what he's doing, man.
Yeah, it happens that way, man. It happens that way. For me, I've had, situations where it was like, man, am I like, wow, because I lost money in this game. Like when I first started out, man, I lost money. Like, I own my own company, you know what I'm saying? And my own delivery company. And when I was traveling to Chicago to do Empire, everybody see a brother on TV and it looks good. But man, the money that I was making at work, I was losing money to go out there. So, so I had a homeboy and a business partner, LaShawn Jones, God rest his soul, man, that was looking out for me, you know what I'm saying? That was being my angel on earth, that now he's my angel in the afterlife. So I get it, man. Some people like you, man, you still an angel, man. You gave him that spark, and then what he did with that spark was create one hell of a flame.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Absolutely. And these are the conversations that we have to have with each other, because too many times, when you know what I'm talking about, us, it's everybody's thinking on the wrong level. Well, what I'm trying to say is they're thinking on the level where it's a competition.
Right.
They're not thinking on a level where it's like, hey, man, words of encouragement.
Right.
How can I, or at one, just ask a brother, yo, how can I get here if I don't know how to, they don't have a clue. And a humble brother, is going to do everything in his power to get that man to the next level. Help him out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
my grandma always say, man, I will be the one to take you to the water, but it is up to you to drink.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's
I will get you to the water, man. My own personal saying is, if you put me by the trash can, I'll end up on your dinner plate.
I know that's right, bro.
Because I'm gonna find my way in there.
Yeah,
and on top of that, I never came into this business chasing money, because I chased the craft. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You got a passion for it.
Yeah, man.
A real passion. I can see it, man. I can see the passion.
15, 16 hours, man. And I was, quick story, I was on the Set of Empire, man. We was out there for like 15 hours, man. It's the middle of the night, man. Terrence, I was like, look, I'm ready to go home. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, we got to do this one more time, man. I'm ready to go. You know what I'm saying?
It's a job, bro, but ain't it beautiful that if it's a job that you love to do, man. We all supposed to have jobs that we love to do, not jobs that we get up in the morning and we're like, man, I gotta go to this motherfucker.
I'll tell you straight up, man, there is nothing more satisfying than getting out your bed when the alarm clock goes off and you smile because you like, oh yeah, I'm ready to go.
Yeah,
like I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Or it's like having your first day of school every day. You get to lay them clothes out and you like, I'm gonna kill them with this. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. I know the feeling. I know the feeling.
Yeah, man. So yeah, it's a wonderful feeling, man, and I remain humble because I know God giveth, He taketh, man. And
I know what I wanted to ask you too. I wanted to ask you about, because the other show that's coming up with Meth. I know that you met Meth And you met quite a few people, but tell me a little bit more about Meth, man.
Man, Method Man is just cool, down to earth brother. Laid back, man. Very open. Since shooting the movie with him, we still keep in contact with each other. Method Man is a pop. He's a proud pop. You know what I'm saying? Granddad, whatnot. It's crazy because that tells me we getting old a little bit. Just cool brother, man. And
that brother,
he's still living Staten Island.
Yeah, hey, yo, that's a real brother. Seems like, man. I've never met him, of course, but I just want to say about him though, he's doing a hell of a job. Also, on the show, Power Book. Ghost, yeah, man. He's doing he's doing some real acting because I'm like, damn.
Yo, and that's another one.
Who is this guy?
Who took it serious? Like he didn't want to be on TV just because he Method Man to be in a TV show. Like he actually same thing. I know he got with Tasha Smith. He told me. And did his thing as far as with her and learned the craft, man. And man, you see it in his growth. You know what I'm saying? Like Method Man is a monster.
Oh, I see it in his growth?
And then on the come up, man, y'all gonna really like it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna really like it.
Yo, he I'm gonna tell you, he went into character.
Yeah.
Cause we know Meth. You know what I mean? From what we seen, the roles that he played was roles that he felt like he fitted in, I think. And roles that was easy for him because it was easy for him to relate. But when you play a role like he's playing right now, on Ghost, I'm like, yo, he just flipped the strip 100%. I'm like, who is this guy?
You gotta have chops to play an attorney. You know, to play an attorney, you gotta have chops because you gotta speak that lingo like you know what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta have a certain cadence, you know, in your character so it don't look like you're reading, you know. And
let me ask you about that part. How many of it, when you're acting, how much of it is it you getting in getting really in character versus some of that of you coming out of in that just kind of making it your own?
All right. Quick story. You getting an exclusive right now. Quick story. So while filming Black Mafia Family, I was on the porch that y'all saw, right? Mm-hmm. If you notice, you saw some smoke coming out of my mouth, like right when I started giving my first lines. Mm-hmm. Well, that scene actually really did happen. Roland was on the porch. He was smoking weed. Now, they didn't have that in the script at all. You know what I'm saying? They just had me just sitting on the porch, right? So while I was sitting there and I'm trying to do Roland character justice, I'm thinking to myself, like, what was he doing? I didn't know he was smoking weed at the time. I was like, so what is he doing? Like, what would he be doing to see Meech come around the corner? I was like, he was smoking weed. I was like, Roland, what was you doing when Meech was coming around the corner? Because Roland was in an eye shot from me, like, but y'all couldn't see him off camera. He was like, I was sitting there smoking weed. I said, yo, I know you got a blunt in your pocket. Give me your blunt. He was like, huh? I was like, bro, give me your blunt. Give me the blunt. Like, I don't smoke at all. You know? So I got his blunt. Everybody looked at me. I looked at Eric. They had the camera on me. Everybody looked at me. They said, well, all right. I said, yeah, we're going to do this. I lit it up, sat down. I was like, all right, I'm ready. So they yelled action, pulled, came out. I said, oh, hell no, I know that ain't my nigga. You know, and after that yell cut, it was just like, yo, you know, and it was a moment, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, yo, but you know what, man? I'm sorry me to cut you off. Go ahead, but I'm just saying, look, well, I guess trying out for the role, that won't fall off from, I mean, bruh, when you get in character, you get in character.
Yeah, man. I didn't, and like I said, I didn't know when I did the audition. I didn't know if Roland was a real person, a fake person. Only thing I knew about Black Mafia family was Big Meech. That's all I knew. So, I try to do my homework, try to look it up, but Roland is Big Meech's legitimate, real best friend. Like,
Wow.
He's Big Meech's son, who is Little Meech. That's his god dad. You know what I'm saying? And Roland's son is Meech's Roland's son godfather. So and that's his childhood buddy. So
Wow.
Roland is a very, very, very good man. Like when they was in Atlanta doing their thing, Roland decided to come back to Detroit to raid because he found out that his girl Tanya, which is crazy, my wife's name Tanya.
That was a role meant to be, man. That was
brother.
That had to happen, man.
It's crazy. So he found out that Tanya was pregnant. So he ended up leaving Atlanta to go back to Detroit to raise his son because he wanted to be a real dad. So
wow,
from that moment on, he just looked out for Meech's mom, who lives right across the street, right now to this day.
That's big, bro. That's big. Wow, wow. Yeah. And you know what's amazing is a lot of people don't know the story of Big Meech.
Right.
How big this is. I mean, I don't know how close the storyline is to how he really lived, but I'm sure it's not far off.
Right.
I'm pretty sure it's not far off.
It's for television. You got to do certain different things that would change the story a little bit. But as far as like to embody who Meech is, his son is doing a great job, and my homeboy John Chafin, who who's doing the voiceover as well as playing the older Meech. He's doing a phenomenal job as well. So and those of y'all don't know, like John Chafin, who playing the older Meech, like he was on the Haves and Have Nots. He played Warlock on the Haves and Have Nots. And this brother is trained. He's theater trained in the whole nine. So the cast of Black Mafia family in a whole, man, is just filled with great people, phenomenal talent. Man, 50 know how to pick them, and I'm just gonna say that I'm just a blessed brother to be the first cat y'all was able to hear. You know what I'm saying? So
right from the barrel.
From the barrel.
From the barrel. Yo, and listen, you said something about this earlier too, how a lot of people don't rep the barrel, don't rep where we from and everything. Yo, and I tell people, man, because I've been all over. Okay, when I say I've been all over with my business, and marriage and all that kind of stuff. But look, man, I never ever forgot about the borough. They ask me where I'm from. All depends on who's asking the question. It may be I'm from a little town called Goldsboro, North Carolina. Or where you from, bro? I'm like, I'm from the borough, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, where the borough? Yeah. That's in North Carolina. That's all you need to know. You know what I mean? It's the borough.
Yeah. I was in the Army, fresh out of high school. And I was cross seas, man. And I heard a guy talking, and he heard me talking, and he was like, "Yo, where you from?" I was like, "Man, I'm from the borough. I'm from Goldsboro, North Carolina." He said, "Man, you don't know nothing about Parker's Barbecue and Wilson."
Nah.
I said, "Bruh, you family now. What you drinking?"
Hey, you'd be surprised though. We got quite a few people that come from the borough, celebrities, sport athletes. I mean, that are famous, in their own right, man. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Hopefully, Jerry Reed, getting him a ring out there in Kansas City.
Big shout out to Jerry Reed, man. Me and his mother went to school together. Big shout out to Aunt Jeanette as well for raising her sons the right way. And I have to say sons because she raised them both the right way. She did what she's supposed to do, and look at them, they're shining, doing their thing. That's a beautiful thing, man. But you got
Jerry Reed, you got David Thornton.
Thornton, yep.
Tito Wooten, who kicked it off.
Yeah.
A while back. You got my boy Travis Coleman, Montreal Coley. If the league would have let him in the door,
Man, Montreal Coley. Oh my God.
Montreal Coley
Dude.
would have broke by every he. Oh my God.
That dude.
The world lost on that one. The world messed up on that one.
Yeah, man. And, and you know, we can say too, there's a lot that just didn't get their shot, man, you know.
Yeah.
At, you know, because you know, life is not fair to everybody.
That's right.
You know,
favor's not fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, favor's not fair. It's sometimes, man, it's hard, you know, and
I agree.
And you know, and I look back and I just you know, and I say, God, why me? And then I say, oh, I know why. You know what I'm saying? Because you keep showing me why. You keep every time you turn around, you know, he reminds me of, okay, this is why, that is why, you know, and somebody got to be a voice and somebody got to be a face that these kids can get in contact with. They can hit me or DM me, whatever.
But you know, that's that humbleness I was just talking about yourself, man, and getting back to you.
I'm gonna be that vessel.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be that vessel to say, hey, brother, if you serious about this, come on, I'm gonna show you what this water is real quick.
You know, we left out somebody too, man. And they were before both our times. I remember them as a little boy. It's a gospel group, and I'm talking about Slim and the Supreme Angels.
You got me right there.
Yo, right from Goldsboro, North Carolina.
Really?
You never heard of Slim and Supreme Angels?
No, but I'm gonna Google them though. I'm gonna look them up.
Oh man, hey, look, let me tell you a story, right? Yo, this is that kind of show. So, all right, so back in the days, you know, my mom. Thank you, Jesus, for this. My mom raised 8 kids. All of us are doing things with our lives, and we're all still here. But my mom had, it is truly a blessing, bro, and I'm thankful for it. But my mom had a liquor house back in the days, you know.
What was the name of it?
Huh? It won't no name. Liquor house. Liquor house. Liquor house. That was the name of it. It was a liquor house. Yeah. And at that time, man, I
shout out to Gwynn's. Go ahead.
Yo,
I'm also Goldsboro.
Hey, I remember, man, on Sundays, they would, I know they would perform at different churches and stuff like that. And, you know, and listen, man, they were big because they had albums out. At that time, you had an album, you know, you doing something. Yeah. But I remember on Sundays, they be harmonizing in my mama's kitchen, taking 50-cent shots. Yo, right. Hey, yo, the thing is, they human, you know what I'm saying? And I'm saying this because I don't care who you are. If you're a human, you're human. I don't care if you're a pastor or whatever. You're a human. I mean, everybody don't drink. Everybody don't smoke.
And the Bible say we all gonna fall short.
That's right. But everybody's human. You know what I mean? If you're a person, you're human. You know what I'm saying? That's why I brought it up. But, you know, I don't know why I went back to the liquor house. Yeah. But, yo, we forgot about them because we was naming out people. I mean, there's been people, and like you know, we were also just discussing that just didn't get the chance, man. They just didn't get the chance because, man, yo.
Yeah, just like right now, Brian Lane, he's from Goldsboro. He just got a gold record. Because he worked on Rotimi's song, It's a Meeting in My Bed. You know, he's from Goldsboro.
What, man?
You know,
man?
So like you said, it's some talent. You know, it's a lot of talent at home, man. So.
Yeah, a lot. You know, even, man, I can go back. You know what I'm saying? My man, even James Bun. I know you wouldn't, he was definitely before your time. His name was James Bun. We call him Bubba Bun. And let me tell you something. He took Goldsboro High. This was back in 1981. And I remember because I never missed a game. My brother played on the team, so he used to always sneak me in the games through the gym and everything. And I remember, man, he was averaging like 30 yards a carry. Running back, went to ECU, and I mean he was promised. It was promised. I mean there was scouts all over. He was promised. Broke his collarbone, ended his career. Broke his collarbone. But yeah, man, they've been so many people, and I had to put him out there. I had to send him a big shot. May he rest in peace, Mr. Bubba Bun. Yo, big love, big shout out to the family of the Bun family. Anyway, but yeah, man, you got to keep doing what you're doing, man. You got to keep doing, and you got to keep doing this with me on the show, man. We got to bring some other people in here, get them on the mic. You know what I mean? From my circle and your circle, and see what we come up with on this thing. Right here in the Neutral Zone, and just to give you a little history of me. Of the Neutral Zone, the reason why this show is called the Neutral Zone. Back in the days, I had the studio going on. I had quite a few artists come through. Man, and there's so many of them. I could tell you that she'll have the platinum all over the place. That came through that studio was ridiculous. And some of them, some of them cats still going hard right now, doing their thing, videos after videos, still right now. You know what I mean? And this was probably about 10 years ago, but they still doing it. But, I mean, what can you say? But we got to keep doing this because you never know who's going to hear this and, where that's going to go with that too. You know what I mean?
That's right. I mean, man.
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad. The reason why I said that was because the Neutral Zone, the reason why I came up with the name was simply because I'm an artist also. Everybody love up north hip hop because that's where New York is where hip hop started from, right?
Right.
And we all love Dirty South because Dirty South, they came up when the South came in, it was called Dirty South at first. Who didn't love Dirty South? Right. In the West Coast, when the West Coast hit in the early 80s, it was all. So I felt like, damn, everybody has made it except people right here in North Carolina. You don't really hear about them, like outside of Michael Jordan, of course. Right. You don't hear about he's from North Carolina too much. So I came up with this is the Neutral Zone because we got all of that. We got up north, down south, west coast, midwest. We got all that right here. As a, and I know what I'm talking about because look at you.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, man.
Look no further than the Neutral Zone, baby.
Yeah, you're right though. You're exactly right. And I feel that though, man. And it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure that you chose me to come on. I had a great time talking with you, bro. We're gonna continue this.
For sure. It's an honor to have you here, bro. It's an honor to have you here.
Continue this, and and I'm gonna tell you another thing that motivates me before we leave.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I'm home, every time I'm in Goldsboro, I make my business to ride by Goldsboro High School, right? I don't go inside or nothing, especially right now, COVID or whatever.
Yeah.
But I stop my car right there in front of the theater, right? And I'm a great manifester. I'm a great person who see things before it happen, or at least I push my mind there, right? So right above Goldsboro High School, it says Goldsboro High School, but in my mind, I see my name up there somewhere. You got your Norvell T. Lee Gym.
That's right.
Well, in my mind, you got your Ticarus bunch theater. Where anything can happen because if you dream it and you wake up and you think about it, and you go to bed and you say, man, I want to do this, and that's your thought process, and you know that you want to be this, you want to be a musician, you want to be an artist, you want to be an engineer like my boy, you want to be whatever you want to be, man, whatever you want to be. I'm living proof that you can do it and it can happen,
Hey, man, let me tell you something. That's something that I'm glad you said that because that's something that we need to work on then, getting your name on that auditorium. You know what I mean?
I put it out there and I'm just let the city do the thing. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's going to take all of us to get it started outside of yourself, brother. And guess what? I'm going to be right on that train, man. Hey, listen, I'll definitely see what we might, I'm going to see what I can do to get this train started sooner than later, because you are doing things, and you know, and by that name being up there, a lot of kids just saying, oh, wow, he went to school here where you doing things. And right now with this new generation, you're planning new generation movies. So maybe there's a way that we can get your name up there. I think you deserve it. I think it deserves to be up there, definitely. And give these other kids something to look at as far as saying that it's possible. It's not impossible.
Yeah, that's my personal thing that I had in my head that I've never spoken out to nobody. But you get another dad outside of my wife, right? But you know, for me, it ain't necessarily because it's me. I think it's more so because these kids gotta know, man. That,
yeah, they
like,
do.
You know, man, you could do this, bro. Like, you could make it out here. Like, you know, I got here from a prayer and an email from my boy Stanley Autry, and I started out in theater at Goldsboro High School, Mr. Rollins. I grew from there. I loved it. Stayed in it all 4 years, and I quit what I thought was my love for football to do this. And now this paying bills, like, it's crazy.
That's awesome, man. That is so beautiful. It's awesome, man.
Yeah, you know, I planted the seed at GHS, and now now I'm starting to bloom. You know what I mean? So it's cool, man.
Yo, we got to get that started for you, brother. We got to get that started. I'm serious, man. I'm telling you, if it's an idea, you know, speak it into existence. You know what I'm saying? Speak it into existence, man. You know, whatever man believe he can achieve, we all know that, but you got to speak to existence.
Yeah,
those things.
They don't. One thing I noticed about home that I don't like, and you know, back when I was in school, Eastern Wayne, Rosewood, Country Day, was it Wayne Country Day, whatever?
Yeah.
Like, those, Southern Wayne, like, you know, everybody wanted to be in Goldsboro High School, but
yeah.
but at the same time, if you wasn't of us, you didn't go to Goldsboro High School. You want to stay away from Goldsboro High School. Exactly.
Trust me, that's went on for years.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you know, I have to be honest. There's some things that happened in the past that I look at myself like, oh man, well, why did you do those things? You know, and I mean, for real. I mean, yeah, everybody do want to go to Goldsboro. Yeah. You know, I mean, but you know, when you get grown, you got kids, and you be like, you know, you get to thinking sometimes like, yo, do I want my kid to go to Goldsboro if it's like that right now? But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
so that's why we got to change that narrative.
Yo, we definitely got to change that narrative,
we got to change that narrative. You know what I'm saying? So the city can put a little bread into it. You know what I'm saying? So we can, you know, the county, you know, so things could change. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
You know, y'all got a good brother down there, Taj Polak. And
Taj doing his thing, man. Big shout out to Taj, as a matter of fact. Big shout out to Taj, my dude. Taj used to be in the studio too, believe it or not. Taj.
Yeah, I know. Taj used to be in my car rapping with me. You know what I'm saying?
I got mad fired at Taj used to spit right in my studio. Listen, he was a part of the Neutralzone, man. And I got some fire at Taj asked me, oh man, you still, man, I never, you know, erase. I've always kept all the artists' music, man. You know what I mean? Taj was in there too, man. Yo, I gotta say this, bro. You bring out the best in me up here, man. You know what I mean? I appreciate it. I really appreciate that, man.
Likewise.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Hey, look, man, go ahead, do your thing, man. Go ahead and get them lines. Go and get that next role.
Yeah, brother.
Hey, but until next time, my brother, thank you for joining me. Thank you for being here so much, bro. And I'll see you again soon, all right?
No doubt.
Whether that be right here or up there on the screen, all right? All right, man. Be easy, bro. Y'all show your love for my homie one more time. My man, the big homie, Ticarus Bunch. Let me turn that applause up for you. All right, y'all. Good night.
We out.